welcome everybody to another round of World of Tanks subscriber replays. My name as always is Maxwell, and today's first video is from the user Mullyfoot. That's Mullyfoot, and he's driving the Tiger II on a standard battle on the Mountain Pass. Tiger II being a very good tier 8 heavy tank for the Germans. The one you get just before the monstrous E75. Very, very good tank. I had a lot of fun, a lot of success in the Tiger II, thanks to its nice, large, flat front plate there. The E75 actually gets a better slope on that front plate, and you take the machine gun port away. And, yeah, but I don't know why I'm talking about the E75 when this is a replay of the Tiger II. So Mullyfoot going to be immediately heading to the centre here because he spots his allied MT-25 is heading straight across there and getting some early spotting on. So thinks to himself, well, I can probably pick up a quick cheeky bit of damage onto somebody. Finds the enemy scout in the process, the Leopard there. Going to wait for him to poke himself around the corner. Starts to make a move. Mullyfoot takes him out with an absolutely amazing 300, I think that was about 300 meter ammo rack on the Leopard there. So taking that guy out pretty damn quickly. The rest of the allied team is kind of concentrated in that northern area there, but you can see there's a lot of enemy tanks clustered around that bridge there, and they're going to be able to just fire down with impunity onto the allied tanks there. So somebody is going to have to come across and cover off the bridge here, and unfortunately that job falls to Mullyfoot and just himself. There's a T-34-3 might be heading this way. We'll see when he gets to the crossroads. Nope, he decides to go south instead. So it's all going to be up to Mullyfoot here to get in and try and disrupt the enemy tanks across the other side of the bridge. Good thing is, though, as he should be able to get into a good side-scraping position. Oh, very nice shot on that IS-3 there, because there's plenty of cover in the front here. As you can see, setting himself up in a fantastic side-scraping position means that anybody who does get shots on him are probably going to bounce on that very sharp side armor angle, as you can see there. The IS-3, both of the IS-3s fire, but only hit the very sharp angle of his side armor there, and both of them bouncing and doing very, very little damage. IS-3 finally getting some damage through there. Mullyfoot not. I don't think he got any damage back in response there. I didn't quite notice. Maybe he did. He's going to be advancing a little bit further here. One of, well, it looks like the T-32 actually has dropped down off the bridge onto the swampy ground below. Takes out one of the IS-3s. That leaves one IS-3 left. Gets a good hit through his side armor there, the front bit of his side armor. And keeps himself in a side-scraping position. I don't think this IS-3 really knows what to do in this situation. Has a shot back, but I don't think he got any damage whatsoever. And I think Mullyfoot might actually have the better of this reload situation. So just going to leave himself out in the open. Bouncing on the IS-3 there. A little bit unfortunate, but the IS-3 bouncing as well. Although it looks like the artillery started to chip in now. Not quite sure where this IS-3 is. Can't really see much of him. You can see the very front of his front plate, and he's able to get a good hit there again, but he gets hit by artillery for a second time. The reload of that FV304 is pretty damn significant. Like, it's very, very quick. As you can see, gets him again. 3 times in a row there, he's able to just land a shot on this Tiger II. Although he's dropped back around the corner now enough so that he's probably not spotted anymore. IS-3's dropped down off the bridge himself and gets himself taken out by the Panther. So Mullyfoot going to come around now and help out with this IS. Gets a great shot through his side armor. Gets himself spotted, so he's got to be careful because took a little bit of a pounding from the artillery earlier, so doesn't want to get hit up again. IS takes a snapshot and of course misses because he can't see very much of the Tiger II. Starts to drive forward to try and maybe assault this Panther because that's the only real place he can get away. Takes another hit through his side armor. And there's going to be nothing he can do, really. Gets a bit of damage on that Panther, but Panther should have the better of that duel. In fact, he does, and Mullyfoot's able to finish him off, pick up kill number 3 and 3,500 points of damage. Unfortunately for the allied team, the guys who went south really made a bit of a pig's ear of the defense in that direction, even though I would have thought that the Allied team had as many tanks as the enemy did in that position. What does XVM think of this game? See, XVM says that this team has on average better players. So really it was the guys who went north who made an absolute arse of that. They outnumbered the enemy significantly and just kind of all sat there and got shot to death by the guys who went bridge. So it's going to be up to Mullyfoot to drop back and try and do something about this. Takes out the Pershing pretty damn quickly, and now he's got to duel with this Su-101. Lands a good shot himself and bounces one. Then it looks like the artillery's chipping in once again. By the amount of damage, I would say that's the FV firing again. So Mullyfoot just going to realizes that the Su-101's bounced 2 shots now. So going to assume that he probably doesn't have the penetration to be able to do a significant amount of damage. And indeed, he's correct as the SU bounces a 3rd shot. That's 4 shots in a row, bounced on the mighty armor of the Tiger II. Got to be careful here, though, as this 3485 is able to do damage, and the artillery's still chipping in here. So, got to be careful. Lets himself sit still just long enough to land a shot on that T-3485, and the artillery, the FV, comes in and lands another shot. So really, this artillery player doing a fantastic job of just picking him off shot after shot there. Finally misses one, which is good, because he's about 1 shot from death. Gets a good snapshot on that 3485, and then decides to head off. Loaded the gold there just because really needed to get that kill and really needed to make it count. So there is a T-32 probably heading towards base somewhere, and there's just himself and this 13F3 left. As I said earlier, he's got the gold rounds loaded just because he can't afford to get an accidental bounce on this T-32. If he gets an accidental bounce on this T-32, that's going to be it. That's going to be game over and probably a defeat for his team. Just because that T-32 will then be able to fire back and almost certainly penetrate. The T-32 gets a decent gun. 13F not able to spot the T-32. Mullyfoot is, and Mullyfoot's able to take him out and pick up kill number 7. Got to be careful though, because he was spotted, and you know this. Oh, both the artillery shells land there. Neither of them being able to hit though. So got away with murder there. Very, very lucky not to get taken out by either of those arty shots. So now it's going to be a case of hunting down the artillery. We've got this GW Panther and this FV304. Got to be careful though, as you can see, both of them being quite smart here. The artillery's taking the centre road and Mullyfoot's taking the north road. Oh, spots out the FV. Misses his shot, unfortunately, so the FV may be able to redeem himself here and pick up a kill on the Tiger II. Does hit him, leaves him with 57 hit points, and then starts to back off behind the corpses of those tanks. Mullyfoot's got to be careful, because the reload of this artillery piece is pretty damn quick. But he's left himself exposed, gets a good shot on him there. Takes him out for kill number 8 and almost 6,000 points of damage. The GW Panther's nowhere near as mobile as the FV304, so the GW Panther's probably still going to be around about in his base somewhere. So almost certainly the AMX-13F's going to find him first, but he may flush him north, and then he's going to run flush into Mullyfoot. But no, looks like he's just stubbornly refusing to move. The two of them aim at each other. I wish we could see what was actually going on there. The two of them just aiming at each other. And the 13F's able to come out on top of that situation, and that is victory for the Allied team. So absolutely nail-biting finish at the end there. Great replay from Mullyfoot. Thank you very much for sending that one in. As always, stick around, because the score screens and another game are coming right up. And our second replay of the day is from the user Lafille. That is Lafille, and he is driving the Stug III on a standard battle on the Arctic region. Stug III being a tier 5 tank destroyer for the Germans. This thing's a great little machine. It's after the Hetzer. Gets a decent cannon. Doesn't have amazing alpha damage like some other tanks, but it does have decent penetration, good rate of fire, and does a good amount of DPM. Also, the tank itself is pretty fast and pretty manoeuvrable. As you can see, it's up to about 40 kilometers an hour here. It's able to get into good advanced positions before you really get expected to be there. So on to this replay. Most of the team heading north. Some of them camping around here for some reason. Don't know what those guys are doing. There's a keyhole down there. That's an interesting new setup that I haven't seen before. So, sets himself up nicely behind the bush here. Going to see if this Chi-He spot pokes his head out at all. Doesn't look like he is, but this T-28 going full man mode. Just deciding to engage on trying to get to the hill there. But got himself spotted and gets himself gets himself taken out pretty much instantly. Gets a good hit on this Chi-He as well. So it looks like the guys in the south have actually been pretty much overrun now. Who would have thought that camping at D8 wasn't a valid plan? And it looks like the enemy team is just steamrolling their way into the base. Looks like Lafiel has also realised that the enemy is just steamrolling their way into the base, so decides to head back to maybe cover that off and see if he can do something about it. There's a T-49 and a KV-1 down there to do the spotting, so he doesn't have to get himself too close. All he really needs to do is set himself up in position where he can see some people, so he needs to get onto a little bit of high ground here, just so that he can get the vantage point to fire down slightly over that hill. Decides that this is his spot, zooms himself in, going to try and take out the priority targets first, which at the moment is that enemy KV-1. Doing a good job of putting some damage through the side of his turret there. That shot just missing, but can't really blame that considering that he can only really see the top of his turret and the very top of his hull there. Gets a good shot through the rear of his turret there. You can see the reload on this gun's very, very good. KV-1 just stubbornly refusing to fall back. Just getting shot again and again and again. Finally decides to move forward, but it's the wrong direction and he gets himself taken out. Gonna see if he can find somebody else. Gets a good hit on that Marder 38T. Marder doing the smart thing. As soon as he gets shot, he just leaves. And now going to try and take out this M8A1. Again, he, as soon as he gets shot, decides to leave. Going to see if we can get one more hit on him as he drops back. Nope. Looks like he fades into the fog of war. And there is nobody else left to do any spotting for the allied team. So he's going to have to just get himself behind this bush, see if he can stealth up, and hopefully let his binos kick in and see if he can get the spotting done. So you can see he does have those binos. Fires randomly into the cap just in case he can hit somebody. His binos kick in there and he spots out the T-40. One more shot and that is kill number 2 for Lafiel. The M8A1 also makes a move into cap, but he accidentally kills the Chi-He behind him. Now he's able to take out the M8A1. That's 2 shots, 2 kills. Can he make it? Well, that's actually 3 shots, 3 kills. Can he make it 4 on this Chi-He? No, unfortunately he can't. Misses him, but then he can't really see any of his tank. What he wants to do is just try and bounce a shot on him, and hopefully that will flush him out of cover. Just like that. But no, it looks like the Chi-He stubbornly refusing to make a move and gets himself taken out and becomes Lafiel's kill number 5 and 1500 points of damage. Can he take a shot on this Chi? No. Looks like he had to just reposition the body of his tank there. So lost a little bit of accuracy, but he's able with his second shot to pick him up, and that is his Top Gun medal. And everybody who came to the base is now dealt with. Just shows you the power of the Stug III when it's in an entrenched position. Hasn't been spotted. It can just rain down death from the skies, from a distance, on its enemies. So the allied tanks who were moving in on the enemy base from the north there look like they've all but been dealt with. The enemy still has a Stug III and a Chi-He left. And we've already seen what a Stug III is capable of. So the allied team going to have to play this one carefully. Going to be setting himself up just to try and catch the enemy as they make a pass here. The allied Chi-He moving on up. Spots out the enemy Stug III. I think he fired first, So, in a case of just straight on firefight, punching each other in the face until one person falls over, the Stug III of Lafille is able to win that one, no problem whatsoever. So basically that was just akin to two men standing there, like in a hockey match, holding onto each other, punching each other in the face until one of them falls over. And we've got an interesting mirror match shaping up in front. We've got two Chi-His, one allied, one enemy, both on 12 hit points. Going to see who can get the victory here, or if the Stug of Lafille is able to get a shot. Enemy Chi-Hi rocking backwards and forwards, and the allied Chi-Hi is just able to take him out, and that is GG and the victory. So absolutely awesome replay there from Lafille, picking himself up 7 kills and nearly 1900 points worth of damage in the mighty Stug III. So thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget, if you guys have got yourself a great replay, then please send that in to replay@screenreality.com. Link for that is in the description. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, leave me a like or favourite, stick a comment in the comment section below letting me know exactly what you thought, and if you're not already, then please consider hitting that subscribe button for more content like this in the future. I've been Maxwell, this has been World of Tanks, and I will catch you guys next time.